nobody's really taking note. He's that meat in the middle. Bottom layer, though, now trying to drop it down into the palm of their hands. 3-team FNCS final for game 1. Aqua, Noah, they lose high ground at the worst possible moment. Noah goes down. Cade gets dropped. It's all up to Loki, who gets another elimination, bringing it down to a 1v1, but he doesn't have heals. It's all up to Aqua. He's going back in with one flopper left. He's going to use it, ready to fight it, but he goes down. Loki takes down Aqua and takes game 1.
Loki saw from the dirt down below, eliminating the high ground duo. Noah and Aqua held it throughout first moving zone all the way to the last moments, even with floppers in the inventory, but they were unable to connect those impactful shots and went down to Saw and his duo partner in those last moments.
Yeah, they stayed on that ultimate low ground every single time. Even with those refresh, the extra mats they were able to get, they just stayed ahead. And that elimination on the Flixie allowed them to build that cone tarp, so that way they're able to fight this with Noah going down back of zone. Even with a trade, the edit with the cone, the frenzy shotgun, they just played that almost flawlessly to take game 1.
He needs to do is stay up until that last zone. With 8 or 7 eliminations to his lane, he is on fire.
Yeah, everybody here is solos but one team, and it might be the high ground team. This could be a great chance for Thomas to win this game. Taking a tick in the zone, that's going to allow him to start the heal off just a second earlier as iDrop's trying to creep around below. Thomas spots him out, makes him run into the next box. This is where everybody's getting closer and closer together, running out of time here at the end.
Huge for Thomas HD. That's it, but he gets dropped. He gets eliminated. The medkits go to iDrop. It's now 2 duos up, 2 versus 1. Will iDrop have the space to pop the medkit? Yanis, Flixie taking shots, taking the elimination, and getting the VR for game 2.
No medkits, no heals, no problem for Yanis and Flixie. And they even saw that person trying to heal off, thunder bursting straight into the box to cancel the medkit and steal the game away. Yanis and Flixie are looking like the Titans on top of the mountain now.
They were dominating in this recent match. I'm not sure exactly when they were able to overthrow high ground, but there was so many solos down below that just having that chemistry, having both players up, was enough to give them that advantage to secure the win.
Just looking, Flixie just looking smooth, calm, cool, collected, backside of the zone. And this is where they knew it was all over for iDrop. Had him trapped, and as soon as they saw the audio visuals, the medkit going off, they beamed into the box to take him down.
That's a huge way to start off game 2 for Yanis and Flixie. They were unable to secure the first VR.
Doing a good job of holding on to it, but both of them are weak. Slivers of HP, only shield to get passed around.
Ping, 1 shot away from securing an elimination. He does it. No medkit picked up, though, as he's continuing to build out. Mats are running low. It is a full duo down below. It is a full duo up above. The 2 versus 2 as Volko gets cracked.
That is a big shot, but Mixon goes down. It's all up to Pings. No HP, no builds. Grapple plating to high, but it's not enough. A huge shutdown for Vortexers and Volko to take game 3. And they were the team Takada that was able to not only grab high ground, but finally hold on to it to the very end.
A crucial hammer pump shot to secure them the victory royale. They were contested through the late game. People time and time again trying to take the high ground from them, but they were landing their shots. They were connecting what needed to be connected, and from that, they got the win.
Yep, that team that you were talking about battling for the high ground, Roban, Axe Force, they were immediately dethroned and sent back to the lobby to watch this masterpiece. They knew they had their opponents down. They knew they had them out. They wait for the grapple blade, and 2 well-placed shot ends that run. Volko Vortexers have finally awakened for their slumber.
Above taking shots, he needs to find the win condition here. No medkits in the inventory as Malabuka continues holding on. He has that medkit in hand as CZB, Pablo, Bevies all in the dirt. Brawl.
That's the only team that's a full duo at the low ground. That's Pablo, that's Bevies, Veno, he's trying to make a play. Flowberry Fizz coming out, he drops from above. It's not gonna be enough. He gets taken down by Bevies, who leave it up into a 3-player battle royal here for the end game, and 2 of the 3 teams are healing off backside of zone.
Question is, who has the most heals? Darkest, Malabuka, both. The clock's ticking. Dark is forced to move. Malabuka gets the elim. No more medkits left. It's Pablo. It's Bevies that take the win.
That is a huge win for Pablo and Bevies. They were just on the cusp throughout the qualification process where there was upper bracket, lower bracket. They did just enough to make it work. And now here in the FNCS finals, they take the game and they do it by not even going to heal off.
Venno, Tayson, they had such a dominant position up above, but they were unable to play the heal off. The two solos that did so were forced to do it early, and it left just Bevies and Pablo in a waiting game, taking shots at Malibuca in the last moments and securing that VR.
And there was a moment throughout that match where Pablo and Bevies in the end game, that heal off is going to get canceled. He gets taken down overall. Mustache gets dropped, leaving Malibuca by himself. But this is something we've seen Malibuca throughout this FNCS, his ability to solo clutch.
He needs the med kits, though. He needs to find some heals. So many players are still down below. He's looking for these options. Where are the heals? Where are the med kits? Does he just go for the engagement as this one duo down below, still up and healthy? Mixin, though, in the zone. Malibuca taking shots as now he goes up for the shot, unable to connect it, holding on just 4 more builds.
He does a good job of blocking off Mixin, feeding him to the wolves on the low ground. Chari Gira, 6 eliminations so far, but Malibuca not going down without a fight. He tries to go ahead and slingshot his way back into the zone, but gets denied entry. There goes a big game for Giris and Chari.
Great way to secure the VR, and Malibuca, gotta commend him as well for staying up as long as he did. He didn't have that win condition in terms of the med kit, so he was just trying to get the elim, trying to stay up for that second place, put himself into a 1 versus 2, back-to-back second places. But that is more than enough to bump themselves up the leaderboard.
Yeah, and even though Mustache was down, he did so much damage on the backside of zone to both Venno and Tayson. He got credit for not one, but both of those eliminations. 8 more points for him, but that just made Chari and Gira's job that much easier to take the game. And he gets that elimination, bringing it down to a 2v2 situation. Venno and Tayson, they had the high ground, but now it's gone on over. Haris goes down. He's the first one dropped. 2v1, Venno and Tayson versus Giris, who's already started the heal off the backside of the zone.
How many medkits does he have? That's what's on my mind as Tayson begins the hunt. Venno trying to outlive his opponent. Who is going to be able to stay up longer?
It's all about the medkits. Venno has none. Giris trying to make his way to the front side of the zone and doesn't get a chance. Venno and Tayson overtake high ground at the perfect moment. Well-placed snipe, and they steal away Game 6 of the FNCS Finals.
Game-changing shots from Venno. I'm not sure if he had the heal off there. No medkits to his name, but securing those last shots is what got him that elimination and that win.
That is big. Let's watch the replays. The snipe lands. Thomas goes down, and this is where Venno and Tayson completely take over. And it's not enough for these guys to take part in the FNCS Finals. They want to take over the FNCS Finals. And with a game like this to end the day, confidence has to be at an all-time high.
Thomas HD with massive snipes, but Levin said it himself. Venno has been unreal with the sniper rifle recently, and even with the SMG connecting those final bullets to secure the VR, bumping them up the leaderboard.
Because actually, I'm interested to see where Tayson is. Because there was an interesting theory that you had, or you pointed out to me, Mini Miner, about the fact that Tayson, when he was with Mustache this time last year, he was 7th at the end of day 1, and they actually managed to take that one in what was a thrilling finale. But he's not in number 7 anymore. So I guess we have to strike.
He's number 2.
He's in number 2. Is this a good thing or is it a bad thing, Mini?
I mean, it's
obviously a good thing.
I mean, it's not going to be a bad thing to be high up on the league. I'd rather be there than
Come on, guys, it's great. It's an amazing thing for them.
Mate, I'm the one
It
that's... my language has been interesting this evening. Not rude, but interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you know, is it good to be better on the leaderboard or lower down? I think better would be the answer to that one. Yeah, no, they've done very well today. Very impressive stuff from that duo, of course. Queasy and Thomas, who again have done very well. We saw them in that end game too. And we get to see some of our other duos that have performed incredibly well today. And it's a real testament to see how well that the bigger teams, the more well-known names have come into their own towards the latter stage of the tournament as well. After a little bit of an interesting start, you could say, Lemon.
Yeah, absolutely. And even in that in-game, it was good to see sort of Queasy and Thomas vying for height, right? Because as much as we talked about them this season and how they are, now evolving into this low ground team, that was always a point we hammered on about, the fact that they still can play there and still will look for it. Just unfortunate that they were on the receiving end of a Venos snipe. Especially with some of the snipes that Thomas was hitting on height. It was really a big clash there. But ultimately, man, I think it's going to be a great day sort of for Veno and Tayson. They'll be bursting with confidence. I don't want to jinx them, but 6-time might be on the cards for Tayson. That's all I'm saying right now.
Let's take a look at page number 3 as well and see if there are any duos that we're perhaps expecting to be further up. I mean, for me, I'm always going to point out Vico and Pink, but we do know the reason why Mini Miner. Those battles they're having early game with Kira and Kadua over the forecast tower has led to some unfortunate results for them. But also, to be honest, Kira and Kadua also not making good of that situation either.